What's up, guys? If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Also, please smash that like button on the video and enjoy the show. Right. What went wrong, though, with Cody on the show? I mean, it's pretty fun. Like, if people go on YouTube, you can see the clips of, like, you guys fighting. But essentially, the dichotomy, as you laid out, is you're the military guy, Mr. Like, let's figure out what we're doing here. He's this kind of hippie, traveler dude.
Right.
And there's, I guess, the culmination of it was when you were in a really cold place.
Norway. It was in Norway.
In Norway.
Yeah.
The two, it's fucking hysterical, the two of you fighting.
Yeah.
But it seems like a lot of things built up on and off camera to that. Like, was that from, besides the first fake conversation they made you have where they made him try to get you argumentative,
right,
which wasn't for the show, once you started filming the show, did you guys have some issues right away?
So the first season, I was extremely, I wasn't confident in anything. I was just learning. So when he beat me up, I just let him beat me up, pretty much. I didn't really fight back a whole lot.
How would he beat you up?
Just like, why are you doing that? Confront. And that's what the show is about. I mean, let me break, dude. That people like to see drama.
Yes.
And so that's what happened. It was two guys having, issues out in the woods. And so then second season came along and my confidence came around a little bit. And so I started fighting back a little bit. And then I think it was that season, the end of it, I told him, if you show up to Norway, I told him this on the plane. If you show up to, my exact words were, if you show up to Norway in shorts, I'm going to pound you into the ground like a tent peg.
So what was his thing? He would try to do shit basically to be stupid on purpose to show off?
No, dude, it wasn't stupidity. Look, Cody and I didn't get along, obviously, but I have respect for what he knows and what he has learned. He's literally at the top of the food chain when it comes to primitive survival. Hands down, top 3 in the world. Hands down.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Him, Matt Graham, and one other guy. And so he has lived a lifestyle of dressing and walking around barefoot. That's the way he lives in Arizona. And that's the way he was on the show. But the problem was, to me, showing people that don't know a whole lot about survival that kind of protocol was crazy. And I said, dude, you were in shorts in Norway. He had like 3 pairs of socks on, like the outer layer. I can't remember the outer layer freezes, which insulates the center part, which, blah, blah, blah. And anyway, I guess it worked. But the long story short is that's not good protocol. Are you going to tell somebody to go in the snow with shorts on? No. I'm not going to do it. But that was his brand. And I get branding. I get it. You got a brand. I got a brand. He has a brand. It just started to get like it was going to critical mass with me. And I told him, I said, don't show up to Norway like this. I told him that on the plane.
What'd he say?
I said something like, why would you cause it? Why? What's the problem? And I said, because I think that's very bad survival protocol. Who does that? And then he said, well, I'm trained. I said, okay, maybe you're trained to do that.
Kids watch this show.
Yeah. I'm like, come on, dude. Kids watch this show. What happens if, some parent calls you and says, hey, my son just lost his feet. And, anyway, got into a huge argument. But the long story short is this.
What did he say to that?
Bad parenting. And
okay. All right.
But the long story short is I understand the whole branding thing. I get it. And again, I respect him for what he knows. He's forgotten more about survival shit than I'll ever know. But it was just the whole, I didn't want to be out in the woods. I didn't want to be in the desert. I wanted to get gone. That was my protocol because I knew every single day that you're out there, you're doing this. And it's there, you'll get to a point of no return. You're not dead. And of course, they're not going to let us die on the show, obviously. But
well, I might beg to differ based on the shark bait.
In a real situation, that's what's going to happen to you. You'll get to a point where you're just going to be kind of like a dying cockroach. You won't be able to get up. You'll be too dizzy, too tired, too nauseous, too much of this, too much of that, and you'll just die in place, which is a shitty way to go. But yeah, man, I just think Cody had enough. Look, dude, that show was excruciatingly tough to shoot. And I even said it on some interview. It's like, hey, we're not shooting, Housewives of Atlanta here or some shit. Like, we're in extremely austere environments with Mother Nature at her worst. you can only do a show like that for so long.
Mhm.
I was way, way past. I shot more episodes of that show than anybody on the whole 8 or 9 seasons. Because after Matt and I left, they brought in 2 more guys, and then they brought in 2 more guys, and went, and then I think 2 more, and it went, and so they canceled it. And so it's just a brutal show to shoot. It's not easy. You're in very austere, like, dude, when we were in, it was the one with the snowmobile. We were in Wyoming. I can't fucking remember, man. Dude, it's so crazy. I've forgotten some of the places I've been to, but it was in Wyoming or somewhere in the Rocky Mountains. It was 36 below zero.
Ooh.
Without the wind chill factor. You literally could take water and go like this, and it would freeze. It would turn into like ice. It was crazy cold.
Nuts.
Yeah, dude. It was like, how long do you really? Yeah, like, yep, there it is right there. Yep.
Whoa.
Yep. Yep, that's it. We completely
You
tore
don't
that.
look like he doesn't look like he's wearing that much either.
Well, dude, we had
Oh, maybe he is.
Yeah,
Okay.
he had layers upon layers. I had a Cryptek as my hunting outfit. Like I was.
Yeah, you're thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it now on him.
And we were at altitude, so like you were dealing with, I think we were at like 9,000 feet or something. I can't remember, and it was cold as hell. And our beards were frozen. In every little movement, dude, you had to be so careful that you don't start sweating. Because if you start sweating, that's how you die. Do you know what I mean? You cannot stop sweating. So you got to strip your clothes off, work a little bit. But it was fucking cold, man. It was, and you want to hear something? Dude, I had the worst diarrhea right there. And like I had to take my clothes off. I got to go to the bathroom, dude, a couple times. I didn't quite get them off fast enough.
How many people are with you when you're filming this part?
We probably had on that episode, let me think, 10, I think it was, maybe 8. That one we didn't have a lot because, dude, that was a really grueling one. Normally, we'd have like 12, including an EMT or a doctor or a paramedic. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Matt made those, like these skis, as you can see, man, it's brilliant. Are people going to be able to see this?
Yeah. We have it on the third camera right now. I don't know if you had it on there a minute ago, Leslie, but we can change that after.
But so like we basically took the snowmobile apart. I took the treads off. I made snowshoes out of them. Matt made skis out of the. Yeah. So it was just like thinking outside the box. Like, what do you do with all this stuff? I packed it all up, and away we went. And Matt skied down it was really cool. I mean, it worked actually pretty damn well. He was, and I was walking behind him. Now,
what do you have, rope tied around your waist?
No, I had made like a backpack, but let me tell you what happened, dude. What's really dangerous there is the trees. What'll happen is snow was so deep that if you walk close to a tree, you'll fall all the way to the base of it.
Whoa.
And the snow could be 8-9 feet deep. Oh yeah, dude. It was like, they're like, do not walk near the trees.
Is that where they dropped you? Like that was the drop point?
Yes.
Right there? Okay. Right.
So they took us to the top. They show this guy, and then the thing just shits the bed. And they're like, all right, Joe, Matt, come on.
That's crazy.
Thanks.
Where do you sleep during something like that?
We made a snow cave, and actually it was very warm.
Really?
Fuck yeah, man. It was warm as hell. Yeah.
How warm? Like what's
well?
warm?
It
got up to 20.
Yeah, no. If you make it right, and Matt built it. I didn't build it. Matt built it. The way you build those things is very important.
Do we have a video of that? See if you can find that video.
Yeah, there's. I think they got a picture of Matt making it, and I think they got some IR shots. But anyway, you want to make it so when you go in where you're sleeping is higher than where you walk in, and you make an air hole, and you make it very, very tight, so you don't make it too big. So you can, that was the one with Cody. That was in Norway.
Oh, the one in Norway where he's wearing the.
And dude, the wind chill factor there was it just sucked. It just, and I'm toting that damn thing all around.
Look at him in his shorts.
Yeah, I was just like,
the fuck is wrong, dude? The back, people got to go listen to it. We can't play the audio because it's copyrighted. The back and forth between you two on this is.
Oh, and that wasn't even all of it, dude. That was a very, very small part of it.
Yeah, here he goes. This is you starting to freak out. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, we had to make a shelter because it was getting dark. And like, he was like, literally like, hey man, we got about an hour and a half because it got dark there very quickly. So we made this shelter. Dude, the way you lose heat in a cold environment like that is by two ways: convection and conduction. The wind blowing on you or laying on the ground. That's how you lose heat. So you got to be off the ground. You put boughs on the ground. You take the wind away. So you build a wall. You're still cold as hell, but you can use body heat. You know what I mean? That helps.
Did you get to talk to like scientific experts ahead of doing this show?
No.
This is all just figuring it out.
Well, and learning.
Yeah.
And dude, let me tell you, I've got a notebook at home. I'm not kidding. I'd love to turn it into a book. It's about that thick.
Oh, yeah.
Of every little nuance. And dude, yeah. Of shit that you don't read online.
Bro, you got to make a book.
Yeah. I was thinking about it. And it was because,
That's gold.
I'll give it credit to Cody and to Matt, because they're experts at that stuff and they've done it for so long. They have figured out all these little nuances. Like, instead of doing this, check this out. And like, oh shit. Like, would have never thought of that. You know what I mean? And it's only by trial and error.
Right.
Because of these guys. Yeah. But we had a skin, we built up a wall, you know, and the wind, and I will tell you, the wind was honking. I mean, you could see it. I mean, look at the snow blowing.
Yeah.
But you put boughs down on the ground, so you're not laying on the ground. And you put up a wall, and dude, the whole idea is to get to sleep.
Now, how similar is this though to what you did? What Matt did when you were in the Rockies? What we're seeing right here with the snow.
Yeah. So like, see what Cody's doing right there? That's one of those little tidbits. So after you build this wall, you throw snow up against the cracks and it seals it. So instead of the wind blowing through the cracks, it seals it like mortar.
Whoa.
See, there you go. There's a perfect example. I never heard of that. Never heard of it. Yeah, never heard of it.
That's crazy.
But these guys, they're, like I said, dude, I was very, very lucky being in Ground Branch and learning all the tactical shit and all the shooting stuff in the CQB, and then, you know, working with those world-class dudes, and then working with these guys. So I would tell you right now, when I got on dual survival, I would say my survival skills on a 1 to 10 were a 3. And when I left,
9.
I wouldn't say a 9, but
8.
Solid 7, 8.
Which is like a fucking 18 to everyone else.
Solid 7, 8. Yeah, solid 7, 8.
Thank you for watching the video, guys. Please hit that subscribe button and check out this clip's full podcast episode by clicking here or in the description below.